मित्रांनो, SSC बोर्ड परीक्षेमध्ये अप्रिशिएशन ऑफ द पोएम हा प्रश्न 5 मार्कासाठी विचारला जातो. त्यामध्ये टायटल यासाठी अर्धा मार्क, नेम ऑफ द पोईट अर्धा मार्क, राईम स्कीम 1 मार्क, फिगर ऑफ स्पीच 1 मार्क, थीम किंवा सेंट्रल आयडिया यासाठी 2 मार्क, अशा एकूण 5 मार्कासाठी हा प्रश्न विचारला जातो. आता आपण एक एक करून सर्व कवितेचे अप्रिशिएशन पाहणार आहोत. अप्रिशिएशन ऑफ द पोएम अ टीनएजर्स प्रेयर. टायटल. द टायटल ऑफ द पोएम इज अ टीनएजर्स प्रेयर. पोएट. द पोएट ऑफ द पोएम इज J. Morse. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABCB. Figure of speech: alliteration, apostrophe, inversion. Theme or central idea. The theme of the poem is a teenager's dilemma about making the right decisions. The responsibility of choice falls fully on him. A wrong decision may ruin the whole life. Hence, the teenager in the poem recognizes the need to pray for God's help and guidance. Appreciation of the poem Basketful of Moonlight. Title. The title of the poem is Basketful of Moonlight. Poet. The name of the poet is Sunil Sharma. Rhyme scheme. There is no rhyme scheme. It is a free verse. Figure of speech: alliteration, apostrophe, repetition. Theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is the loneliness of a child in a remote village untouched by modern amenities. The child is too far from the modern urban life that even his remedy for the plight of his village seems quite innocent and plain. Appreciation of the poem You Start Dying Slowly. Title. The title of the poem is You Start Dying Slowly. Poet. The name of the poet is Pablo Neruda. Rhyme scheme. It is a free verse. There is no rhyme scheme. Figure of speech: apostrophe, repetition, anaphora. Theme or central idea. The theme of the poem can be condensed thus: life must flow and renew itself at every moment of its being. We live fully when we enrich ourselves with new knowledge, wide experience, fresh emotions during encounters and exciting challenges. If we settle for a life that is stagnant, repetitive, or conventional, we start dying slowly instead of living the life fully. Appreciation of the poem The Twins. Title. The title of the poem is The Twins. Poet. The name of the poet is Henry S. Lay. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABAB. Figure of speech: alliteration, hyperbole. Theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is the problem faced by one of the identical twins. Here, the problem is so exaggerated that it creates a humorous effect. Appreciation of the poem If. Title. The title of the poem is If. Poet. The name of the poet is Rudyard Kipling. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme for the first stanza is AAAA. All the other 5 stanzas have the rhyme scheme AB, AB. Figure of speech, alliteration, repetition, antithesis. Theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is certain valuable pieces of advice imparted by a father to his son. Several of the lines in the poem begin with the conjunction if. The very title of the poem is If. Appreciation of the poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Title. The title of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Poet. The name of the poet is Robert Lee Frost. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the first 3 stanzas is AA-BA. The rhyme scheme of the final stanza is AA-AA. Figure of speech, alliteration, repetition, inversion. Theme or central idea. The theme of the poem is that a traveler on a horseback stops by a little forest on a winter evening. A little forest in the speaker's own words was lovely, dark and deep. Though he was greatly fascinated by the scenes, the call of duty urges him to move on. He reminds himself that he must discharge his duties before it is too late. Appreciation of the poem, The World is Mine. Title. The title of the poem is The World is Mine. Poetess. The name of the poetess is Joy Lovett Crawford. Rhyme scheme. It's a free verse. The length of the lines are also irregular. All the same, there are many rhyming pairs in the poem. Figure of speech, apostrophe, inversion. Theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is that you must count your blessings rather than complain about the things which you think you lack. When you are thankful to God for all the good things you are endowed with, then the world and its joys are yours. Appreciation of the poem, O Captain, My Captain. Title. The title of the poem is O Captain, My Captain. Poet. The name of the poet is Walt Whitman. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme for the long-lined stanzas is AABB. For the short-lined stanzas is ABCB. Figure of speech, alliteration, repetition. Theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is the lamentation of the death of the captain. 5 days after the war, Abraham Lincoln was shot dead. The poet laments the death of this great leader.